Welcome in, Pirate fans, to a special podcast of Wheelersburg football. Tonight we are speaking with Coach Andy Hall, the head coach of the Jackson Ironmen. Coach, how are you doing, and how is your boys doing this week?
Well, thank you for having me. Things are pretty good. We've had a pretty decent start to the season, 4-0 at this point, but we know things are going to get a lot more difficult starting tonight. With this being our last non-league game, then going into a new conference this year. Pretty excited about the things coming up.
Coach, you talk about that 4-0 start. What have your boys done so far this year to make you get to that point?
Well, I think, we've got 4 returning starters on the offensive line that have really kind of developed into a pretty good unit. We're averaging about 350 yards a game rushing. Kind of been our calling card. We have a sophomore quarterback. This is his first year starting, and just kind of nurturing him along and kind of giving the offense a little bit more each week. So with the running game, it's allowed him to kind of develop at a easier rate, I guess you could say. And then defensively, we've been able to stop the run. We're giving up less than 40 yards a game rushing in 4 games as an average, and and of course, like we always said, of course, Coach Hall Sr., he's all about stopping the run and been doing it for 45 years. And although we're seeing all these passing teams these days, including the one we're going to see tonight in Wheelersburg, you still got to stop the run. And so the line of scrimmage is kind of our focal point. And if we can control both sides of that, then it gives ourselves a good chance to win each and every week.
Coach, you are a Wheelersburg graduate. So what kind of feelings do you kind of get when you take on Wheelersburg during the season?
Well, I can speak for my father as well. It's a game we want to win more than anything else, and it's not because of a distaste or dislike. We respect where we're from. The things I learned playing football at Wheelersburg and coaching there is what made me the man and the coach I am today. So I'm very thankful for that. And but it's kind of like I compare it to having a twin brother and playing him one-on-one basketball. You love him, but you want to be him worse than anything else. So, you look at the staff and you look across the field. We've got, players that the coaches that I coach with, played with, and then coached. The year I was there at Wheelersburg. So, and then all those guys played for my dad. So it is a little bit of a mixed feeling in that sense. But like I said, it's like, playing your big brother or little brother in basketball. You want to win at all costs. So, it's a tough situation in a way, but it's also unique too.
Coach, you are in Division III, which is just a juggernaut of a football region. What is it like to play in that region?
It's arguably the toughest Division III region in the state. Of course, Columbus Hartley moved up through this competitive balance issue that came in this year. About every Catholic school in Columbus is in our region. And you had Marion Franklin, you had Tri-Valley, you had Zanesville. It's just like you said, it's a juggernaut. It's the top 12 teams. Each can win that region, year in and year out. So it is kind of tough because we are only about 8 boys away from Division IV, so we're a very small Division III school. Athletic-wise, teams, in that region have better athletes than we do for the most part, but our kids work hard, and they're very disciplined, and they're tough kids, and that's what helps us compete. But like you said, when you look at down that roster of teams in Region 11, it's a who's who in traditional football programs. So it's a very big challenge for us, but it's something we enjoy trying to compete against.
What's your thought about the competitive balance now that it's in full swing?
Well, it's, of course, being the first year, I'm not real sure how it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to make much difference or not. I think teams, if they're going to want to bring kids in and so forth, they're still going to do so. I think it's bad to punish programs for winning, and I know that's part of the formula too. I think it's so confusing that I think most of us don't really understand the whole formula, to be honest with you. So it's going to take a couple of years to see how this works out. The idea, I think, is probably okay, but I don't like personally how they've done it. Like I said, it's almost like penalizing programs that are pretty good. But I know they're trying to stop, recruiting and getting kids to come in from outside your school district and so forth. But that's going to happen regardless, whether you put rules in or not. But, it'll be, like you said, it'll be interesting to see how moving forward, how it works out. I don't know if it's going to make much difference, to be honest with you.
Well, Coach, man, I appreciate you talking to us this week, and I know the Pirate faithful are excited to come up to the Jackson. It's always a great venue to come up there, and your fans are always rocking. The Pirate fans are always rocking. Any final thoughts before we get off here about this Friday's game?
Well, I think we expect a great game. This is, two of arguably the two best teams in Southern Ohio competing against each other. Ironically, in the last 5 years, this game hasn't been very competitive. The 4 years of the 5 that Williamsburg has beat us, it's not really been that close. And the year we beat Williamsburg down there, it wasn't close. So, you think of a rivalry, it'd be nip and tuck. But it hasn't been for whatever reason. So tonight, we hope that it'll be a game that the fans have been looking forward to seeing, and two good programs going at it, two good coaching staffs and athletes on both sides. And, again, it's a measuring stick for both programs to see where you're at going into conference play, and then looking at the tournament and seeing how you fit in the region and so forth. So again, we're real excited. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere. Like I said, our stadium is as good as any in the state, and it's going to be, like I said, great weather, and it's just going to be a great experience for the fans and hopefully for the teams involved.
Coach, thanks so much for taking your time to talk to BergFan.com. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.